So please, while the debaters are making their debate speeches, jot notes. The forms will be collected later. You can just drop the assessment form in the collection box near the entrance. Now on the PowerPoint we have the debater's name, the motion, the debater's name, and the debate number. Please fill in the correct information. So the first debate will be day 1, debate 1. And after the break, we have the second debate, and that's day 2, debate number 2. Okay, thank you. Now, so I pass the microphone to our MCs.
Good morning, everyone. Welcome to Shanghai Hong Kong Selection Debates Day 1. We are happy to have principals, teachers, and students from 6 schools in the Southern District to participate in today's event. The Shanghai Hong Kong Cultural Exchange and Debate Competition has been a big event, and every year different organizing parties benefit a lot from it.
Before we start today's selection debate, I want to invite Mr. Chang, the principal of St. Women Secondary School, to say a few words to us. Mr. Chang, please.
Hi, good morning, everybody. Welcome once again to our school. This very place that we had our training sessions for last year. It was like back in April or March last year already. So time really flies, and we're now in the 13th year of our competition. And well, like in the past, we have schools from the Southern District. And one thing different this year is that we have a school which first joined us this year is St. Peter's Secondary School. So let us give them a round of applause to welcome them. So unfortunately, Principal Mr. Tong had other commitments this morning and can be with us. But then we have principals from other schools in the Southern District so with us this morning. So let me first introduce to them our principal from Aberdeen Technical School, Mr. Peter Yu. Okay, Dr. Carmen Zhu to Hong Kong True Light College is also with us. And Ms. Lam from Korean Secondary School. And Ms. Susanna Wong has other commitments this morning, and from Polytech Technology College. But then so these are the 6 schools that we have this year, and we gathered here, and then under the training of the net teachers. So we have Philip, who is a net teacher of Polytech Technology College. Greg from ABS. Right? Okay. Mark from Polytech Technology College. Secondary School. And from College. Yeah, and of course from different schools we've also got our team leaders who are helping behind the scene. So well, I think this competition for many of us, we may be familiar with that, but then let me just ask a question. How many of you, this is the first time that you join in this competition? First time, please put up your hand. Great. So we have teachers and students, and this is the first time. How many of you is the second time? Okay, second time. Anyone the third time? Oh, yeah, great, okay. So, because sometimes we have students from Form 3, Form 4, 1.15. So it could be the case that we have students now, still doing it for the third year, right? So you see, actually, this is a good tradition. This is also a good point for us to gather in the district for a kind of, you can consider it as a competition, but you can also consider it as a training, okay? So I think we are looking forward to many rounds of interesting, exciting, and challenging debates. And so we will be here, we principals will stay here with you for the first round of your competition. After that, we will go for our meeting to get ready for some of the arrangements for the competition. Okay? So I'm joined this morning by Mr. Tam, okay, our coordinator this year, okay, reminded you, there is a peer assessment form. Now please be reminded that this form basically is also to help one another, okay? It's not just to evaluate who did well, who didn't do well, no. But actually, from your evaluating what others are doing well and maybe other areas of improvement, we hope that you will also be, you will also be enhanced in your own debating skills and your way to rebut. While you are sitting there more objectively, you will thought, hey, you should have done that rebuttal there, okay? So please do not just sit there and continue to read and memorize your speeches, okay? I know you are finished with that, but try to get a written adaptation, okay? So without much ado, I'll just give back the time to our MCs, okay? Thank you very much.
Thank you, Mrs. Chang. Now, let's start the selection debates. There will be 5 rounds of today's debates.
Would the debaters and the adjudicators of debates please take their seats at the front? We would like to introduce you to our adjudicators for the first debate. Our adjudicator is Mr. Craig. He is the head of St. William Secondary School. Thank you, Mr. Craig. The motion for the first debate is that superheroes make misleading idols. On my right-hand side is the affirmative. They are from Hui Secondary School. The first speaker is Cody Chang Chi Ho. The second speaker is Chili Tong Ho Lee. The third speaker is James Guy. On my left-hand side is the negative. The first speaker is Aniana Marie Laurel Yang. The second speaker is Lee Crystal. Oh, sorry. The second speaker is Moon Lam Yu Hei. And the third speaker is Lee Crystal. Each speaker will speak for a maximum of 4 minutes and 15 seconds. There will be a single warning bell run at 3 minutes 30 seconds. 2 bell run at 4 minutes. And the bell will be run continuously at 4 minutes 15 seconds. At that time, the speaker must take their seat. Now, I would like to call a point affirmative. We call a point Cody Chang Chi Ho, the first speaker of the affirmative, to open his team case.
chairperson is June Taylor. Ladies and gentlemen, our motion today is that superheroes make misleading items. Before we start our activities, let me define motion. According to Oxford Advanced Urban Dictionary, a superhero is a character in a story or movie who has unusual strength or power and uses it to help people. A superhero can also be a real person who has done something unusually brave to help someone. But for today's case, we will only adopt the proper definition of superheroes. Popular examples being Batman, Spider-Man, and Superman. An idol is defined as a person who is loved and admired very much. People worship superheroes because they are thought to be saviors of the humankind. But ladies and gentlemen, today's motion must stand because superheroes are unrealistic and unethical. As first speaker, I will illustrate the vast distance between superheroes and real human beings to highlight the absurdity of having them as idols. Our second speaker will explain how superheroes advocate revenge and violence under cover of humanity. Our first speaker sums up our team case. Ladies and gentlemen, there is no denying that superheroes cannot possibly exist in our own world. Wonder Woman or Captain America do not look or dress like ordinary people. Our high idols, however, should be people we aspire to be. People who think that a normal human being can imitate these superheroes is at best misleading and at worst dangerous. What may happen if young people have superheroes as idols? They may try to imitate them, wanting to be as powerful or as intelligent as they are. However, try as they may, they are doomed to failure given the unrealistic nature of superheroes. According to renowned psychologist Dr. Susan Hartley, if children or adolescents are unsuccessful in domain that they aspire to be competent, low self-esteem will result. Individuals reporting low self-esteem will be prone to depression or even suicidal thinking. Unlike ordinary fictional heroes, superheroes have abilities that normal people cannot and importantly do not have. Superman can fly without the assistance of any equipment. Spider-Man can cling to the most surfaces and shoot spider webs from his wrist, enabling him to jump comfortably from one village to another. Batman possesses the most advanced and expensive technology to help him fight villains. Now, who on earth can do or afford all that? Ladies and gentlemen, we are not saying that superheroes should not exist. They make good entertainment figures, but they certainly make misleading ideas as well because superheroes are unrealistic and unethical. Therefore, our motion today must stand. Thank you.
May I now call upon Aliana Mariloro, the first speaker of the negative to begin her team's case.
Good morning, chairpersons, educators, ladies and gentlemen. I'm Eliana Maria Aurelia, the first speaker of the opposing team. Today's motion is that superheroes make misleading idols. We oppose this motion because we absolutely believe that superheroes make good role models. Our second speaker will first look at how superheroes fight for justice and not for money, and she will elaborate in telling us some examples. Our third speaker will look at the message stories conveys and the importance in helping others. And she will also elaborate on the kindness and compassion that we are taught to show by superheroes. And I will talk about how people actually find superheroes somehow relatable to themselves. Because behind all the superhero suits and masks, superheroes are real people that have real problems. For instance, before Spider-Man had his superhero powers, he lost his parents and his uncle was killed by a criminal. After he got his superpowers, he struggled to protect his loved ones, in fear that he would lose them like he lost his parents and uncle. Another example is the Incredible Hulk. To become strong and unbeatable, he has to become his green and ugly self, and he needs to always lose his temper and conscience to become powerful. Therefore, developing insecurities and fear of no one ever loving him. From these stories, we can see that superheroes are flawed and have faults. It is okay to have insecurities. It is okay to have flaws and faults, and that we should embrace what we are good at. Because people find superheroes relatable, when they face real problems, they will think, what would Spider-Man do? What would Superman do? And we all know it is to do the right thing. The first speaker in the conference said that superheroes are not real and that people should not idolize them. Ever since we were small, we have been taught different fairy tales like Three Little Pigs, Snow White, and all that. And it brought and we have learned a lot of things from those stories and also gained more imagination. And even though it is fake, even though it will not occur now in this world, it doesn't mean it won't happen in the future. And also, the first speaker has said that people who idolize superheroes would want to become like them and to become powerful and intelligent. And how is that a bad thing? Superheroes like Spider-Man, Fantastic Four are scientists that want to improve humanity. And is it bad that
Sorry.
want to be? Thank you.
May I call upon Shirley Tong Hoi Yu, the second speaker of the affirmative, to continue her team's case.
Good morning, Chairperson, adjudicators, ladies and gentlemen. Let me first call our opponent's argument. The negative team has suggested that superheroes invite people to develop their potential and that it isn't a bad thing. Ladies and gentlemen, this statement is misleading in itself. Superheroes usually receive special powers, somewhere to start with instead of developing their inborn potential through learning and training. There's not much that superheroes inspire us to do. Now, back to our team's case. We firmly believe that motion today must stand because superheroes are unrealistic and unethical. Our first speaker has skillfully illustrated the unrealistic nature of superheroes and its negative consequences if young people treat them as their idols. My role as second speaker is to explode the myth that superheroes mission is to uphold justice and help humankind. Something that our opponents are trying very hard to make us believe. Our first speaker has mentioned that the most popular superheroes to this day are Batman, Spider-Man, and Superman. Why don't we examine them up close one by one to see what their good intention really are? As a child, Batman witnesses the murder of his parents, and he swears revenge on criminals, a promise implied by a sense of justice. However, it is revenge nonetheless. Batman trains himself to fight crime. Suppose a student whose idol is Batman is bullied by his peers. Under Batman's line of reasoning, he will build muscle and learn combat skills, hoping that one day he can fight back and win. What hell would then exist in our school? Spider-Man ignored the chance to stop a fleeing clip, and the same criminal later wrong and killed his uncle Ben. Spider-Man, after being bitten by a radioactive spider and gaining his superpowers, Spider-Man tries the killer and gets his own back on him. He couldn't kill us when other people need help, but then take revenge when his own interests are affected. What about Superman? Superman is sent to Earth on a rocket as an infant by his scientist father just before his home world, Krypton, is destroyed. Superman may be very protective of Earth, but in fact, he is occupying and ruling Earth as he were his master sin because his own home is lost. Once you study the background, do you still think they deserve to be our idols? The answer is certainly negative. One should admire and love people who are good, because this is their true nature, and they choose to be good, not because they are forced to do good deeds under certain circumstances. Seeing such superheroes as truly honorable figures is misleading. If you do, you may think it is right to take revenge or ignore someone else's problem, because it is none of your business. Or even think this is okay to claim a place as your own, because you are stronger than the nations. Ladies and gentlemen, can you now see how unethical superheroes are? It is apparent that superheroes make misleading idols. The motion today must stand. Thank you.
May I call upon Moonland Green Hayes, the second speaker of the negative, to continue her team's case.
Good morning, Chairman, ladies and gentlemen. I'm Moonland, the second speaker of opposing team. Today's motion is that superheroes make the misleading others. That is, superheroes cannot be the role model of people. We do not support this motion because we absolutely believe that superheroes have a good moral value through being justice and righteous. We will show you today on the side negative the pros of superheroes. And the second speaker of the affirmative mentioned that superheroes are criminals and they are always full of violence. But actually, it should not imitate the behavior, but the meaning or spirit behind the story. The meaning shows that truth and a value. These people should learn from it, like morality and justice. Also, that those violence that they are used is protecting and preventing others from being harmed, which is not a fault or mistake, but this is telling others that we should stand up for the needy, people that are in harm. Anyway, there are two very sound reasons why we should not support this motion. Each one is strong enough to win the argument on its own, and when they are combined, the case is overwhelming. Firstly, superheroes never ask for money and in returns. The reason is that they work with heroism. No matter how famous a superhero is, they will always fight for justice, never for money or power. It reflects that superheroes such as Batman and Spider-Man are playing a mighty role and show the spirit of sacrifice oneself for the good of a large number of people. And comparing with today's society, people always work for return and benefits. Superheroes are immensely different from them. They usually do something that people should have, and the spirit that society which is not a fault, but influence others positively and have a good impact. Hence, they are leading and positive idols. Secondly, superheroes always be aware of the importance of justice and truth because they fight and give a helping hand to needy all the time. No matter how dangerous the situation is, they are not horrified and terrified by bad deeds and protect the right one. For example, Captain America strives to protect the world. Spider-Man uses special ability to catch the thieves, punish the baddies. There are model citizens always to do right one, always that he stand out from hearsay issues, and those are what we have to learn from. They never be petrified by victims, and their actions are not faulty and wrong, but are even influence others positively, and they are utterly leading, appropriate, reasonable, and acceptable. Therefore, I believe that superheroes do not make the misleading idols. These are the main arguments. I hope you will not agree that superhero makes the misleading idol. Thus, the motion must not stand. Thank you.
May I call upon James Stein, the third and the final speaker of the affirmative, to conclude this team's case.
I think, and everyone here, I've had this moment before. Good morning, gentlemen, adjudicators, ladies and gentlemen. Let me pass out points arguments first. The negative team has suggested that superheroes are flawed and relatable, but superheroes comics and movies always turn out well. With some Deus Ex Machina. Even through all their flaws and all the mistakes they make, everything always turns out perfect. Nothing like legal play. It's completely unrealistic. Also misleading that we just play. The negative team also suggested that superheroes fight evil and help the needy. However, ladies and gentlemen, this is a mistaken view. It's not easy to draw the line between good and evil, do you like? So-called villains may sometimes victim themselves. The only lesson we learn from superhero stories is the fact that the strong usually fight while the weak are usually humiliated. Now, I would like to summarize our team's case. As my fellow teammates stated, we firmly believe the motion today must stand. Superheroes are unrealistic and electrical. Our first speaker has argued that superheroes are so distant from real life that it is ridiculous to treat them as our idols. Simply too good to be true. I would like to add a few further arguments to not believe in superheroes, let alone regarding their drivers. Before doing that, let me distinguish between a real-life hero and a superhero. According to Daniel Bischoff, a famous comic writer and editor, a hero is someone who provides above his or her fears and limitations to achieve something extraordinary. He adds that the human body is what we believe is best in ourselves. What does the superhero have in addition to that? It was said, superheroes are individuals with fantastic powers as well as people who fight the battles with advanced technology. And what is that supposed to mean? Superheroes simply do not exist in the world as we know it. Superheroes are immortal. They simply won't die. They actually can't die. They need to stay alive forever so that more comic books can be sold and more movie sequels can. Superheroes are ageless. They don't grow, they don't mature, they don't change. Superheroes, anything is possible. They even return from the dead occasionally. Yet we all know that nothing is possibly permanent in this world. The only reasonable conclusion is superheroes are not human. Worshipping a superhero is as irrational as worshipping a dead object.